Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel. This is Lolo Moon, and I am here to give you your bonus reading because I can. Because I love Taurus. Taurus is my favorite sign, and I am just going to give you a bonus reading. So the moon is actually in Taurus right now, and the ascendant is in Libra, so that means that Uranus and the North Node and the moon are all in the 8th house right now. So for all my Libra rising folks, hello, me, you already know this energy. It is interesting and difficult. So it's just going to be a heavy transformational energy. I don't know. Us Taurus folk, we understand. Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018, where it will stay until 2026. So we're just used to our world just being flipped upside down at this point, aren't we? So transformation is the name of the game for us Taurus folk. Yes, I do understand. And I'm also a Libra rising. So this has been happening in my 8th house for, it feels like ages. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for my Taurus folk right now. What messages? Authenticity. Yeah. Everything that's happening for you, and success is on the bottom of the deck. Everything that is happening for you at this time is bringing you more and more and more into your authentic self. Okay. That North Node in Taurus, it's got you in alignment. It really does. It's got you in alignment with where you're supposed to go at this time in your life. Uranus is shaking things up in Taurus's life because it is supposed to be directing you to where the North Node wants you to go. Period. And with the moon in Taurus today, it could be highlighting some things for you. You know, you may be having some feelings at this time that are surfacing, that are coming from the dark, they're being illuminated for you, right? But I feel like, you know, it has its purpose. You know, there's some surprises. The 8th house isn't all bad either. The 8th house can be, you know, inheritance. It can be, you know, money that you didn't necessarily work for. You could have a gift that's being given to you, a charity. If you need assistance of any kind, you may have that given to you. You know, it can also be passionate connections. You know what I mean? So, you know, there are definitely plus sides. It's not all just like transformation. So anyway, did I cut this deck? I can't remember. Let's cut it again. Obviously, I'm supposed to. Okay, you have the 8 of Pentacles. You have the Justice card. The Moon card. Look, the Moon is in Taurus today. And you have the 6 of Cups. Something from the past is surfacing. This looks a lot like the reading I just did on Instagram. If you do not follow me on Instagram, please go hop on over there. I do Reels more often than I do YouTube videos. I try to post them on TikTok, but to be honest with you, I forget about TikTok a lot because I don't always get on TikTok because I just feel like there's so much drama over there that sometimes I just can't, I have to disconnect. So Anyway, so you have something successful coming to you. It is something that is surfacing from the past. It has to do with your skill set. It has to do with you authentically being you. You may be being seen at this time. And maybe you felt like you weren't for a time with this Moon card. Like you felt like you were not being seen, and now you are. But there definitely seems to be some success here. It also does look a little bit like it has to do with some karma, but it's good. I feel like it's good karma. You have the 4 of Cups, and you have Judgment, and you have the 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is definitely, I feel like, something that you were rejected from in the past, or you didn't want, or it just wasn't the right timing, and now it is. And you may have just felt rejected because it was about divine timing, you know, and that is just the way it goes. Divine timing just does what it does. It just does what it does sometimes, and we're like, oh, I want it now. Instant gratification. I want it all now. And that's not just Taurus. That's everybody. That's everybody. But, I mean, Taurus is the most patient sign. And so you may have been just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting for this, trying to be patient. Seven of Swords just came out. It's like trying to be patient, but at the same time, it's been very difficult for you to do. Additionally, there could have been a denial. You could have been denied something. You were denied some sort of success, or somebody got away with something of yours. Somebody stole from you, maybe. Interesting. Four of Pentacles. So, okay, tell me. Let me see. Let me think about that. Four of Pentacles. So, I mean, obviously, you've been trying to hold on to your money out of fear that you're going to be denied, or out of fear that you're going to be rejected. And you may just be hanging on to things. Let's see what the Eight of Pentacles is about. The Eight of Pentacles is about the Eight of Swords, y'all. Oh my gosh, but the Ace of Cups. And the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So, I mean, it definitely looks like it's a celebration. It's something that is very fulfilling. It could be something that, like, you love what you do, or there's success in an emotional situation. There could be effort that's being put into an emotional situation. I'm also getting the sense that you were supposed to be filling your own cup. You were supposed to be filling your own cup, and you were supposed to be just taking care of yourself, okay? There could be a conflict with somebody right now. Could be a friend with the Three of Cups. Somebody could have done something impulsive. And I feel like you're standing in your authenticity. Maybe you're just like, well, I don't know. That's not me. I didn't, I'm not going to do that. So anyway, yeah. And I just feel like with that Eight of Swords, maybe you feel stuck. You're like, I don't even really know what to do. Like, what am I even supposed to do with this? I mean, okay. So it's kind of like that. But I mean, I definitely feel like, I feel like your heart is open. Your heart is full. You're open and ready. You're like, okay, I'm willing to resolve conflicts. And, during this time, you guys, when we have 6 planets in retrograde, learn how to use skills of conflict resolution. Learn about them, read about them, because I'm telling you right now, this whole using retrogrades as a reason for why we are the way we are is crap. It really is. Like, it's learn how to resolve conflict. It's a skill. It is actually a skill. And it's a skill that is rooted in allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to be humble, and to also admit when you're wrong, or to at least like humble yourself enough to just say, okay, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't matter, because I'm going to choose relationships. I'm going to choose people I value over the conflict, okay? And that's what this energy could be right here. Like, maybe you do that. Maybe you're the person who does that. Like, you choose the relationships in your life over conflict, while other people are like, well, they just want to be right. Do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Do you want these people in your life, or do you want to be right? And I do feel like that's an important message for somebody. But additionally, to me, this looks like there's something in your life aside from a friendship or a connection in your life, an emotional connection, where you have felt kind of stuck, and there have been delays, and there was some sort of conflict that was happening. People saw things differently, or things were just not moving along the way that you had expected them to, and you may have felt like somebody was trying to sabotage what you were doing in your life, or that like they were not considering how it was affecting you, how it was going to affect you long term. But I feel like what happened is that you figured out how to be patient, or you not even figured out, you were patient, and you were like, you know what, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on this, but I'm also picking up and moving forward. And that's what I'm doing. And I mean, I really get the sense that for most of you, it has to do with finances. But for others of you, it could have to do with an emotional connection of some kind, a friendship, a relationship, romance, etc., right? A relationship of any kind. But I do get the sense that like maybe you felt like you were not going to give up on it, but then you were also just not going to sit around and fret about it either. And you could have honestly felt like, you know, divine timing, like this is going to come around when it comes around. It's going to work itself when it works itself out. I'm not going to sit around and worry about it, because being in that Eight of Swords energy, to me, it's just like you're torturing yourself. You're punishing yourself, right? You are doing that to yourself while you wait on something to work out. No, don't do that. Go live your life. Go work on yourself. That Eight of Pentacles to me is like, say that you have a conflict with somebody in your life. And the Eight of Pentacles for me is somebody who has lots of recovery. Like, I would take my journal out and I would go like, you know, list it out, like what I could have done differently. And that is how I am authentically myself. I am not like putting blame on other people. I am like, okay, what could I have done differently? Like, I take an honest look at myself and what I could have done differently, and, you know, the lessons that I need to learn, adjustments that I can make, right? And this is how I stay balanced in my life with this Justice card. This is how I learn the consequences of my actions. This is how I learn that, you know, everything we do has a consequence. There's always a cause and effect, okay? And we all have a part in situations, right? And so for me, that is the Eight of Pentacles. And it's not just about like relationships or love or romance or friendships. It can be about finances or decisions in your life, you know? And that's to me, that is like coming out of this Eight of Swords, where the Eight of Swords is like, oh, I'm stuck. It's the victim mentality. Like, I can't do anything about this. Woe is me. Or you can be the Eight of Pentacles and you can go, okay, take an honest look, like assess the situation and figure out like new skills so that you do not do that again. You know what I mean? So that you don't end up in that situation again. Like, what could you do differently? And if it's about like, say, for instance, it's about acknowledging like red flags from other people. Okay, now you know, like maybe you overlooked red flags from somebody before and it got you in a stuck mindset and you're like, how in the hell did I get here again? But then you go for the Eight of Pentacles energy. You do the self-work. That's what it is. Like you're doing the work on yourself, right? And you're finding this emotional fulfillment in you again. You're finding joy. You have a support system. You're moving past the conflicts or the arguments, etc., the differences of opinion, and you're moving forward and you're finding balance in your life, right? But I feel like you do that while also simultaneously being like, when this works out, it's going to work out, you know, but I'm not going to sit around and worry about it. I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to do the work and move forward. And that's what I love about Taurus. But also it's not just about like Taurus. Like, I feel like it has a lot to do with the astrological transits that have kind of put Taurus in this energy anyway, where it's like, well, we've had to deal with so many changes with Uranus being in Taurus over the last several years, and now the North Node in Taurus, that it's like, it almost like kind of puts you in the position of like, either you learn the lesson or you're going to keep repeating the same situations over and over and over again, which will be excruciating for you. So I don't know. So anyway, I went on a little bit of a like tirade there, but Nine of Pentacles came out. For me, the Nine of Pentacles is when you get to know yourself very well. You're very independent. You're very authentic. You're in your truest form of yourself. And you're in this energy where you just know that things are going to flow to you very abundantly and that you don't actually have to chase anything. And you know yourself well enough to know like the work that you did to get there. You know what I mean? The Nine of Pentacles for me is not just being lucky. It's like, no, you did the work and now things flow to you very abundantly. I love the Nine of Pentacles energy. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on to the Justice card. Queen of Cups. Let's get to the Justice card. What's the Justice card about? Okay, these cards are flying everywhere. I think that's the Five of Pentacles. Yes, it is. Hold on. Let me get these cards that fell out, friends. Okay, I hit my light and everything. So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Like, literally, that's everything that I was just saying. Like, you're not going to sit around and fret over the losses. You're going to embody the Queen of Wands energy. You're going to move forward. Queen of Wands is my favorite queen because she is all about transmuting that energy. You transmute the energy by learning the lessons. You transmute the energy by turning about face and looking at the darkness and looking at the things that you could do differently and the choices that you can make next time in the future that could, you know, better your situation or better your relationships with people. You transmute that energy and you move forward. You slay your own dragons and you move forward. And that brings you good consequences. There are positive and negative consequences, and that's what the justice is all about. And so you doing that energy, you pushing yourself forward, you coming out of the Five of Pentacles energy, you slaying whatever the dragon was for you, whether it was a choice that you made financially that just wasn't the right choice, or there was overlooking red flags, or if there was a misunderstanding in a connection where you're like, okay, maybe next time I could have said this instead, etc., etc. You do that and then you move forward and you allow things to just work out in divine timing. You're like, okay, well, I did my part. And now whenever the universe is ready to bring this around to me, the universe is going to bring this around. And the universe is Six of Cups right here. The universe is, tell me more. The Eight of Cups, and it started to spin around if you saw it. I don't know if you saw it or not. So I do think it was supposed to be reversed, but I flipped it around. So yeah, the Eight of Cups and then the Full card. So just because the Eight of Cups came out with the Full card to me kind of tells me that it's the Eight of Cups in reverse. Like, it's something, to me, it's like, well, it's a double energy. It's like, you know, the Eight of Cups with the Full card can be about you saying, all right, this isn't emotionally serving me, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up and move forward. I am. And I'm just gonna, you know, let loose, be free, go live my life, right? But it also can be about turning things around, something coming back around and having a new beginning. But it's like, either way, you're not really attached to it. Like, I mean, and that doesn't mean you don't want it. Like, that's what people don't understand. It's when you give it up, that's when it comes back. That's the way the law of attraction works. When you let it go, when you detach from it, when you go live your life, when you go focus on you, that is when it comes to you. That's when it comes. It's like in career, for instance, there was a period of time that I was like done doing tarot reading and I wanted to do relationship coaching. And right as I'm like planning out my relationship coaching program and I'm writing the whole thing up, all of a sudden my tarot just gets very busy. Like, I'm booked out with clients every single week. Like, it's crazy. And it was because it was like suddenly I was done with it and then I had it, right? And so anyway, but like, for me, it was in that moment that I learned how to incorporate what I wanted to do with the relationships into my tarot reading. You know, it's like I didn't cling to, oh, well, it's not working out. I'm not getting enough clients. It's not moving along fast enough for me. I didn't do that. I picked up and moved forward. I got back to the drawing board. I started to figure out other things that I wanted to do in my life. And because I have lots of goals. I have a journal full of them. I have manifested so many over the past like 8 years of my life. I have manifested so many of my goals, my life goals, for myself. And my success story looks a little bit different than other people. But for me, like, that's what it's always been about. If it's not working out, then there are other dreams that I have, and I'm not going to sit around and beat a dead horse. I'm just going to go focus on my dreams. That is me being fully authentic. Did I just hit the light? I think I did. Okay, so I did. I hit the light. I guess it moved. Anyway, so that's what I see you doing right here, Taurus. That's what I see you doing. It's like, you're like, all right, cool, well, you know, this is just going to be what it is right now with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. We all go through these situations. We all do. Everybody goes through these situations. The Empress just fell out as I was saying that. everybody goes through these situations where you feel stuck and you're like, why is this happening? Like, I have a good heart. I try so hard. I mean, I just try to be happy and stay positive, etc., etc. But then there's just issues that arise and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated. You know what I mean? And then, but then you have a choice. You can stay in that energy. And you can just let it swallow you whole, like this Five of Pentacles. Let it swallow you whole, and you could just make it a way of life, okay? But I mean, the other thing about Five of Pentacles is sometimes people choose that life. Like, that's a vagabond life, okay? And that's a whole other story for another time. But anyway, you're just like, and some people want that, But anyway, and that, I have to say this real quick, that all comes down to what your idea of success is. Everybody has a different idea. But anyway, but instead of doing that, like, you can choose to pick up and move forward and just go, you know what, I'm going to walk away from this right now. I'm going to go focus on living my life, being free. That doesn't mean I'm letting this go for good and I don't want this to work out. It just means that, like, right now I'm going to go live my life because I have other dreams to pursue. And you transmute that energy and you slay the dragons and, you focus on your own healing journey, right? And so then we have the Moon card. I got to put the Empress right here, y'all. I've got to. Like, that's so amazing. It's like you go from Five of Pentacles to the Empress. That's rags to riches, right? Love it. And that could be in any form. It doesn't just have to be finances. Tell me about the Moon card. All right, we have the Five of Wands and the battle. The battle is not over. I was going to say the battle begins, but the battle already begun. The battle is not quite over. Why isn't the battle over? Because somebody feels rejected. Somebody feels left. Well, I wouldn't say they feel left out in the cold, but they might. Because this Five of Pentacles can also be somebody else. Maybe somebody feels left out in the cold by you while you're out pursuing your dreams. Tell me more about the Moon energy. Why is there a battle still here? Oh, that card wants to come out. Okay, the Moon. Again. Okay. So somebody's not telling you. Like, somebody is not, like, you don't know this. Like, they're kind of lurking in the surface or lurking behind the scenes. I mean, could literally be lurking. You have the Star card. Like, somebody could want healing in a situation with you. Like, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah. But, like, I feel like somebody is trying to heal from a connection, you're still healing, or they're healing. But I don't know, because I kind of get the sense that this is you. Like, you've already picked up and moved on. And I don't mean like moved on, like you're like, I never want to deal with this situation or person again, etc. No, you're like, you've transmuted the energy, done the inner work, and now you're just you're practicing non-attachment, okay? And that's the Empress and the full energy. You're practicing non-attachment. You're just like, I believe that it's going to come around if it's meant to. King of Swords. Wow, that's more Aquarius energy. Interesting. Okay, well, and Temperance on the bottom of the deck. Somebody could really be wanting, like, peace with you. Ace of Wands. Somebody could be angry, too. Or somebody is wanting to reconnect or to connect with you. Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Knight of Wands. See, and that's the thing, is that I feel like with that energy, you're not really focusing on being loyal to anybody that struggles with loyalty. So you're just like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I feel like this person is, like, keeping an eye on you, maybe. They're watching. Oh, yeah. Page of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the 6 of Wands. Like, this person could be, like, keeping an eye on, like, your success. On your success. And, but that 10 of Swords, like, they may just still be dealing with a lot of pain. And so they're really struggling with this connection or with reconnecting. Because there's a battle here. And it honestly could even be about like having to face the music, and not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do that. And that's the reality, okay? Like, this authenticity card, somebody would have to be willing to be authentic. To be willing to say, hey, I messed up. Hey, I was wrong about this. Hey, I'm sorry about this. And it requires a lot of humility and vulnerability and being willing to be told the fuck off. You know, like, it really, like, and not everybody's ready for that. They don't want to face the music, so they run. Okay, well, where does that get you? I'm going to tell you right now, if you do that and you keep running from accountability, you keep facing the same situation over and over and over again, and you will get smacked in the face over and over. That's justice. You will get smacked in the face over and over and over and over again with situations from people where they want you to hold yourself accountable for your behavior, and you can keep running, and then you're going to run into another person and keep doing the same thing. You just are, until you learn how to say, I'm sorry. What can I do to make this right? I messed up. And really take an about face and look at your own shit. And I really feel like this is not you, Taurus. I don't feel like this is you, because like I just said, Taurus, you're doing that stuff. You are 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Empress. You're doing that work. You're the authentic one. You're dealing with somebody who is lurking behind the surface right now, or behind the scenes right now, and somebody from your past, and this could be multiple somebodies, to be really honest with you, and they're keeping an eye on everything that's going on in your life, but they have to be ready to be accountable and face the music and face the battle if there is one. And not everybody's ready to do that. And I'm like, my hat is off to you if you do that, because I'm telling you, you will just keep running into the same situation until you learn the lesson. Period. That's just the way it works. That's karma. 6 of Cups. Why is this here? Like, I'm telling you, the hardest thing that I have ever had to do was to step up and say, yeah, I was wrong and I hurt you and I'm sorry that I hurt you. Because people don't want to admit to themselves that they've hurt somebody. Because I feel like ultimately people don't want to hurt people. But you have to admit to yourself that you have, so you can learn how to grow and change and learn conflict resolution skills. You know what I mean? Anyway, 8 of Wands, this person wants to communicate with you. And literally, the Magician, to me, is picking up the skills. The Magician is somebody who is not only just born with natural talents, but is also like very educated, like studies for years and years and years and years to and practices to hone in on the craft. That is why the Magician has so many answers, that so many people look to the Magician. People look to the Hermit and the High Priestess and the Hierophant and the Empress too, but like the Magician is like, well, I have all these tools, I have these things in jars, and I have these special daggers, and I mean the list just goes on. I have here, drink this, here's this whatever, etc. Like, you know, I have all of these tools that you can use. Tools, right? Tools is conflict resolution. That is a tool. And see, the Magician also uses swords, right? Swords are communication. Swords are thoughts. Wands are action. Cups are emotion. Pentacles are anything in the earth, like any kind of like anything that he uses, right? Any physical, tangible thing that he uses. So this is somebody, to me, the Magician is somebody who wants to work on something and wants to use what they've learned to make it better, because they're freaking stressing out. The 9 of Swords. This is the dark night of the soul energy. This is the Mercury retrograde has come around and bit you in the ass energy right here. You were up late at night going, why did I do that? I messed this up. I hurt this person. I sabotaged this, etc. And you can either do what Taurus has done here, and you can get yourself out of it, and you can transmute it, and you can, you know, learn these lessons, the 8 of Pentacles, or you can stay in this 9 of Swords and be miserable, right? Now, this could be you, Taurus, too. I mean, you know, maybe you have more work to do. Maybe you haven't done all the work. But I fully believe, Taurus, that you will, because your first card out is authenticity. To me, to be truly authentic, you have to take an honest look at yourself. That is how you become truly authentic. This is like literally what I teach people how to do. So, to be truly authentic, take an honest look at yourself. And that means looking at your shadow. And shadow work is such a buzzword right now. And I think so many people don't even really understand what it is. Shadow work is admitting when you're wrong. Shadow work is not going, oh my God, they hurt me and I'm going to go put a spell on them over something super petty. That is not shadow work. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so don't even get me started on that, my friends. I've been doing shadow work for at least a decade. And I just have a firm grasp on it. So anyway, authenticity. This person, I feel like, really wants to be authentic, but they're in the beginning stages. They just are. They just are. But additionally, for people who are not dealing with a person from your past, like I said, I feel like there's a situation that could have to do with finances that is coming around in your favor and kind of setting you free. And it is something that took you from being in the Five of Pentacles to the Empress energy. So, I mean, it definitely looks like it's something quite successful, quite abundant, okay? So let me go ahead and get you... Actually, I'm going to get you a money card just because I feel like it. Money card, I just opened to growth. Yeah, something's growing for you. Absolutely. Five of Pentacles to the Empress. Hell yeah. Success. You're going to see some expansion in your life in terms of your finances. Taurus, please. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I just saw growth again. Y'all, Gaia. We got to keep that one out. Explorer, you are on a new adventure to your freaking life purpose. You are being directed. You are being directed in that way, down that path. Gaia is the Empress energy. You've gotten to know your past mistakes quite well, okay? And you're not beating yourself up about it because you see the beauty in the lessons, right? And you're not, I feel like this denial, you're not in denial about it. And I feel like you realize that if you stay in denial about it, that it makes you unreliable because you don't know what you want, because you don't know yourself very well. Okay? There's a major change that is happening in your life after a halt, after things were very slow in your life. They were not progressing for you, and you may have seriously given up hope. Like, gosh, when is this ever going to get here? It's here. It's here, Taurus. It's totally here. Okay. Closing oracle message for Taurus, please. Guys, I need a new oracle deck. I really do. I have such a hard time picking oracle decks. Let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite oracle deck? Closing message for Taurus, please. Y'all, I just stopped on abundance. Of course I'm taking it. But anyway, closing work. Okay, y'all, you're going to laugh so hard when you see this card once I get it from the floor. I got it with my feet. Okay, balance. Yeah, balance. And it's number 19, which is the number of the sun card, which was the last card in the reel that I did on Instagram. And abundance and release. You're releasing the past. You're releasing yourself from the fear. You're releasing yourself from blockages. You're surrendering. And when you do that, as you're doing that, which I feel like you're already in motion, fruition. It comes to fruition for you. Do not resist the changes, my love, because you are supposed to be on this path. Do not resist the changes, because this is your right path. This is your authentic path. This is where you're supposed to be. Don't resist it. Just don't resist it. If somebody wants to reach out and communicate with you, don't resist it, because it does very much seem like this is the right time. And this is when it's supposed to happen. This is always when it was supposed to happen. This is the North Node energy, right? Something is hiding in the shadows for now. It could even be just today or the next couple of days while the moon is in Taurus. But something is going to be revealed to you. And it's going to be either from a person or it's going to have to do with finances. But something is about to be revealed and you are going to be able to release the past, set yourself free, open yourself up to this new opportunity, and step into your abundance. Go from 5 of Pentacles to the Empress. Here you are. Here it is. Hell yeah. Okay. So anyway, if you like this message, please be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. I love you guys so freaking much. Go follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. I try to keep up with TikTok, but I mostly do Instagram. Also, if you're looking for a personal session, I do those. So you can book down below or you can email me if you are looking for additional times that are not on my scheduler. Say if you live across the world. I have many clients that do. So anyway, just let me know. We'll work out the time zone differences. So that's what I have for y'all. Have a beautiful freaking day, Taurus. Love you all.